Contestation, convention, and now commotion. The PDP serves the latest installment in its tussle for the soul of the party. Defections in different political parties, erring members face sanctions from aggrieved parties. We don't care. Defectors fire back. We have these and more on our lineup on Political Update. I'm Fisayo Gunfui. Welcome. In what can now be safely called the Abuja of things to come, the newly inaugurated Kabiru Turaki-led PDP National Working Committee visited the FCT Police Command on Monday, the 17th of November, 2025, to officially notify the police of the committee's preparedness to officially resume office Tuesday, 18th of November, that is today. And after that meeting, the Turaki-led NWC warned the rival faction to stay away from the secretariat. It reiterated that the expulsion of some key leaders in the party, including FCT Minister Nyesom Wike and former Governor of Ekiti State, Ayodele Fayoshi, remained expelled.
Police that we are having our meeting tomorrow. This will be the inaugural meeting since we left Ibadan after our election and our national elective convention. Now, we have seen flying in the social media a purported notice of BOT and NEC meeting given by people who, for all intents and purposes, are no longer members of this party as I'm talking to you today. Next to God in management of political party is the National Convention. The decision taken in a national convention overrides every other decision that has been taken by any organ of a party. Our national convention are taking a decision to expel these elements from the party, and so they are no longer members of our party. And so we have reported the moves they are making to the police, because we don't want any situation where there will be breach of peace. As leaders, more than any other person, we want peace to.
That was then, this is now. This morning, commotion erupted as Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State, Governor Bala Mohammed of Bauchi State, Tanim Turaki, who you saw there, were part of a crowd tear gas by police operatives in an effort to disperse the crowd of supporters at the Wadata House. The governors were denied access initially to Wadata House by the Senator Anyanwu-led faction, which reportedly manned the gates, but later they gained access. But for more information, let's join our correspondent on the scene, Timothy Yusuf, who has been at the Wadata House, also covering his nose at times, but this time I think the thing is better there, looking at your backdrop. Timothy, what has been happening? Bring us up to speed, what has been happening at the PDP national headquarters there, as the National Secretariat in Wadata House in Abuja. Tell us what is happening as we speak.
Okay, well, we've been here since 10 o'clock in the morning. And what exactly is playing out here? There are two factions laying claim to the leadership of the party. One is the Kabiru Tanimu Turaki-led NWC, which is a product of the last Saturday Ibadan National Convention. And then there is another faction that is talking about the Abdurrahman Mohammed-led NWC that has the backing of Wike and the purported suspended National Secretary of the party, Senator Samuel Nnaemeka Anyanwu. Both parties scheduled their organs meeting for today at the same venue and same time, which is the Wadata Plaza, National Secretariat of the PDP. And both parties arrived. One first came, that is talking about the Abraham Mohammed faction. They initially gained access to the secretariat before the Tanimu Turaki-led faction arrived. They were met with resistance, but later, after much altercation, they had access to the venue. And at the moment, both factions of the NWC are having their separate meetings in separate halls. But at the moment,
all right, we're trying to we'll try and re-establish contact with our correspondent there, Timothy Yusuf, who is also supposed to get us 1 or 2 members of the party at the venue. But right here in the studio is National Vice Chairman South of the party, a very well-known face in the PDP, talking about Elder Emmanuel Ogidi. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for the
I can see you smiling. It seems as if these developments did not come to you as a surprise.
You know, when you have lived the kind of life we have lived, what else? You just thank God. But to tell you the truth, I was disappointed today. I was really disappointed. Look, I had my handkerchief. I didn't know, and when I leave the studio, I'm going for medical. Because it was really, we were betrayed. The police? No, I don't know what. But let me tell you the truth on this matter. When we started all of this thing, people said the president of today is a Democrat. He's not a Democrat. With what is happening, I'm not a Democrat. Because I'll tell you, the FCT minister is his employee. He employed him to destabilize us. That's what he's doing. You have been expelled. You have to show remorse. And when I was asked, do we have the power to do? Yes, we have. Because we have warned them severally. See, if you're a party man...
Why would you just label one? Because you have a national secretary of the party who is equally saying, as it is, no locus for the meeting. Apart from, one person...
We had suspended him as NWC on the 3rd of November. We suspended him after our NWC meeting. The convention now on the 15th expelled him. Procedure. People will say, let me explain the procedure about PDP. We had followed our guidelines. World Congress, SGA Congress, 3-man ad hoc committee was held, the state Congress. For most of the states.
Not all the states.
I said for most of the states. Those states that had issues only had issues on some part of it, not the whole state.
One would say, why go ahead until all those ones are resolved? Why go ahead?
Once you have 2/3, you can go with the convention.
Okay, go ahead before
Look, it's a set program. And we had earlier communicated with INEC. So it's a set program. If it had been less than 2/3, then we would not have held the convention. But that's our guideline. Before all of this time, we didn't know that we had some snakes in the house. Carrying our matters, Baturi, Ajibade. So sad. These are our members with us. We have been having meetings. We didn't know that they had their own agenda.
Let me see if we can get... Is Timothy back online? If Timothy is back, can you, complete your process? I understand you have someone there also to tell us the state of play as it is. Tell us what is that you were just going through before we lost contact with you. I have heard Emmanuel Ogidi in the house. You were supposed to give us, members of the other faction also there, meeting there. What exactly is the state of play as we speak? So that perhaps we could get some kind of resolution, if not at least some way forward at the end of the day. Two parties in different, two factions in different halls, the same building, Timothy.
Yeah, just as I told you earlier on, we have 2 factions laying claim to the leadership of the party. That's the Kabiru Tanimu Turaki-led faction and that of the Abraham Mohammed. At the moment, both of them are meeting in separate halls. Later on, a while ago, or some few hours ago, we also had the presence of the Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, within the premises. But all through the number of hours he remained in his car. But he just left a while ago, that's a few minutes ago. But then the meeting is still on. The Two factions are locked in separate rooms as we talk, meeting. The security have taken control of the gate and the premises. As I speak to you, I'm speaking with you from outside the premises of the Wadata Plaza, national headquarters of the PDP, but right in front of the gate. So we are waiting possible outcomes of their meetings, if at all they will oblige us their comments. We also tried a while ago to get an official loyal to the other faction, who is the former Deputy National Youth Leader of the party. He promised coming to speak with us, but at the moment, the situation is tense for him to come out at the moment. But while we expect him, I will keep you posted as soon as we are able to establish a link with him.
All right, Timothy, can you tell us, I'm seeing a lot of policemen at the back there. Why are we still seeing something like almost close to a breakdown of law and order? The last time we tried to link up with you, you told me you have been tear gassed and running to another direction. We're seeing a lot of the presence of a lot of policemen around, uniformed policemen there. Even there's a van behind you there. Why is that so?
Well, situations like this, each time you have things like this happening, definitely you must have irate youth who are coming to take advantage of situations like this. And any moment you see the youth coming closer to the gate, they have no option than to tear gas as a way of dispersing them, just to prevent a breakdown of law and order.
Okay, Timothy, we'll come back to you. Hopefully you get the member of the other faction we're talking about, and perhaps to balance what we have here. He spoke to us on Friday and was saying that, your convention was a party, a Christmas party, but whatever. We will continue to, get the two sides. For your party, you being a stakeholder.
It's not a faction. They've been expelled. We have one PDP. We need to clear this issue. You see, if you ask your Timothy, if you go to the secretary, you see the big poster there about the convention. Now you are there. The convention, you say you are discredited. You are still in the office there. Does it make sense? They knew we were going to come. They started all of this thing. You see.
Have there been some internal mechanism while you saw these issues brewing to bring the party together, to forge a common front? I'm looking at so many members there who, if we dig into the archives, we see all of you chit-chatting and having a good time in the past election cycles. All of a sudden...
I'm happy to use the word past election cycles. Now, what is happening now is that there's interference of the APC in our party. Because the APC is bent on having
but we understand these claims. But
it's
is it
claim.
that, what I'm saying is that, is there no, for instance, is there no way that mature politicians could not on their own be able to solve some of these problems? So I think we saw about how many governors at the beginning of this round of elections, and then even as we speak, some of them are still likely to move from one party to the other.
Because you know what is happening. You know what's happening. They've been tried, they've been coerced, there have been all kinds of things. Some of us, as you grow old, you have a big farm. You have to reduce your farm to a garden. Or else, you go and steal. Some of us have been looking at this thing, looking at people, to see that a governor will want to leave. But the truth of the matter is that whatever happens, they're still carrying our certificates, PDP. It's so sad. How can you tell your children tomorrow what you did? What made you the governor is the PDP certificate that you have. INEC issued you to umpire for PDP. So when are you going to tell your child? You are carrying it's like you going to school. You are carrying your certificate, you say you went to another school. People ask you, what happened there? They have.
Although my certificate still is from my own school, actually.
That's why you stay from your school. But the certificate is from them. Is it from PDP? When they went to APC, they didn't give me another certificate. So, what are you doing to yourself? Where are you placing yourself in history? We must be very careful in life. How will history judge you tomorrow? You may think we're doing all kind of things. Yes. It's very unfortunate what I saw today. Like I told you, I will leave here because I'm not sure of my health now. I'll go to the hospital to check. Tear gas, we were inside the neck hall. The governor was addressing the press. The full gear of police, they stopped and threw tear gas at us, fired inside the neck hall. And the police were there. Ah, shit.
Okay.
We left the hall, came outside, wanted to leave. The governor said, but it's our house. How can you leave your house? We should wait. In the full glare policemen again, they threw tear gas at us. I had to get a handkerchief, soaked it in water, managed, and went outside and stayed in the car. What is all this?
All right, we will still get maybe hopefully reactions from the other side because everything is still tense. But moving forward, 2 meetings are happening right now at your house you are talking about.
It's one meeting. These are delegates. We have to get that thing clear. They've been expected, they're not supposed to be there. And the police know it. When we conducted the election, the full glare of the whole world, and we're going to drive this process. We have to defend the democracy.
All right, let's quickly look at other issues before we come for the final words on it. We have been with the PDP South Vice Chairman Elder Emmanuel Ogidi, one of the long-standing members of the People's Democratic Party. But talking about PDP and some of the challenges in the past few weeks, we've seen some defections as well. The All Progressive Congress Plateau State has received defectors from other political parties who say they are joining the ranks of the party due to some strides, development side strides from the government at the center. Let's take that report. We'll be back and take one more before we come back to Elder Ogidi for his final comments.
It was a gathering of APC party stalwarts across Nigeria who converged on the polo field to receive defectors from PDP, Labour Party, PRP, ADC, and NNPP. Among the defectors are Lateb Dabang, the Director General Campaign for PDP during the 2023 elections, along with former Senator Stephanus Gyang, Dr. Patrick Dakum, governorship candidate for Labour Party, with current member House of Reps Daniel Asama, Alfred Dabwan, governorship candidate of the NNPP, and others from PRP and ADC along with their supporters. They were received into the APC by the national chairman of the APC, Professor Nentawe Yilwada. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, represented by the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, described the defectors as political bigwigs that will bring about the needed change in the state.
We are calling on God Almighty to help us at the center to bring peace to the plateau. Any person that wants to rule plateau must be somebody committed to peace.
We have enough manpower that can win the central zone, can win the southern zone, can win the northern zone, and win emphatically.
Coming to APC will now be to cause the progress so that every labor we have done will not be in vain.
This is a moment that we have arisen as a people to stand with Mr. President.
They promise to mobilize the grassroots ahead of 2027 elections.
Former Kogi State Governor Captain Idris Wada has defected to the APC as well in an event that had Vice President Kashim Shettima in attendance.
Those who defected are former Governor of Kogi State, Idris Wada, former SDP governorship candidate in the last governorship elections, Sam Notia Benemi, serving PDP members in the State House of Assembly representing Bassa and Ogorimagongo constituency, Imam Umar, former Speaker, Kogi State House of Assembly, among others. The APC national chairman, who welcomed the defectors, presented the party flag to them.
Let me tell you, they are coming that show that in Kogi State, opposition has been crushed to the ground.
President of Nigeria, represented by his vice, Kashim Shettima, commends the decisions of the decampees.
Today, this formal reception, His Excellency former Governor Idris Wada joins the All Progressive Congress along with other distinguished leaders and supporters. His decision is not a small one. It is an alignment with a broader national vision. It is a recognition that Nigeria needs large and stable platforms to confront the challenge before us.
Responding on behalf of the Dekampi, former governor of Kogi State, Idris Wada, expresses gratitude for crossing over to the All Progressive Congress.
The reasons for crossing over are numerous, and there's no time for me to explain them to you.
All right, before we go, we still have the Emmanuel Ogidi here, but very quickly, is there an update from Timothy Yusuf at the Wadata House? Very quickly before we go. Timothy, I'm seeing people gathering behind you. What's the update very quickly before we round off?
The latest development at the moment is that it appears that the Abraham Mohammed-led faction just drove out of the secretariat because we just saw a long convoy of vehicles drove out of the secretariat a while ago. But then the Tanimu Turaki-led NWC faction are still in the hall for the meeting, and we are still unable to establish a link with the Deputy National Youth Leader of the party for update. But then, as we speak, the Tanimu Turaki-led faction, in the company of the governor of Bauchi and his Oyo State counterpart, Sheyi Makinde, are about coming out of the secretariat. So whatever be the outcome, it will be disclosed in the coming minutes or hours, as the case may be.
All right, Timothy, we'll come back to you. Please keep safe there. You'll be there for quite a while because we want to know what's happening at the Wadata House and, you know, you give us update. Thank you very much. But as we said earlier, keep safe, especially with your crew there. Take care of yourself. Thank you very much, Timothy. Time is not really our friend, Elder Emmanuel Ogidi. You were part of this meeting before you took a step out. What were you talking about and how do you resolve all this?
You know, we had already addressed the press that because what is happening, we're going to adjourn till tomorrow. And we're moving out. When they blocked the gate again, they said the week is coming in. And that was when the whole thing escalated. You see, gas terrorism, I thought we had passed it. I didn't know it's still there. They were breaking doors. I was surprised. If you claim that it's your secretary, why are you breaking the door to enter? It's unfortunate. But to tell you the truth is that we are determined to protect democracy. And like the chairman said, even if it takes his life, of course we're with him. You know, why should I be there today to be harassed by police and tear gas and all? I'm more energized now to take part in this business. Because we must defend this democracy. How can you go? If APC was doing well, it's not a problem. They were not doing well. Hunger is real. Terrorism, what is going on?
We will keep Africa's cross. Time is not our friend, and we'll come back to you. Hopefully, also we'll check up on you, especially after the incident earlier in the day. We are hoping to get members of the other faction.
Look, let me correct something. You said there are no more members of PDP. They've been expelled by the convention, and convention is the highest ruling body of the party.
All right, that's our package today. Many thanks to our contributors, especially Timothy Yusuf, who's been there early in the day to give us an update of what's happening. Just keep it locked on the Nigerian Television Authority. We'll get all the sides of the story. It's developing and it's right here on the NTA. We'll be getting our news desk ready on the NTA News 24 at 3 o'clock and nationwide at 4, all to get you updates of what is happening at the Wadata House. We'll not leave the place until we know exactly what's happening from there. That has been Political Update for today. Many thanks to Elder Emmanuel Ogidi of the PDP for joining us today and you for watching. Between now and when we see you again, please play your politics for the greater good and keep it locked on Africa's largest and finest, the Nigerian Television Authority, for news, reviews, previews, and interviews. Bye-bye now.